The Qur'an on seas and rivers. Modern science has discovered that in places where two different seas meet, there is a barrier between them. This barrier divides the two seas so that each sea has its own temperature, salinity, and density. For example, Mediterranean seawater is warm, saline, and less dense compared to the Atlantic Ocean water. When the Mediterranean seawater enters the Atlantic over the Gibraltar Sill, it moves several hundred kilometers into the Atlantic at a depth of about 1,000 meters, with its own warm, saline, and less dense characteristics. They do not mix or transgress this barrier. The Holy Qur'an mentions that there is a barrier between the two seas that meet, and that they do not transgress. God has said, He has set free the two seas meeting together. There is a barrier between them. They do not transgress. Chapter 55, verse 19 to 20. But when the Quran speaks about the divider between fresh and salt water, it mentions the existence of a forbidding partition with the barrier. God has said in the Quran, He is the one who has set free the two kinds of water, one sweet and palatable, and the other salty and bitter. He has made between them a barrier and a forbidding partition. Chapter 25, verse 53. One may ask, why did the Quran mention the partition when speaking about the divider between fresh and salt water, but did not mention it when speaking about the divider between the two seas? Modern science has discovered that in estuaries, where fresh, sweet, and salt water meet, the situation is somewhat different from what is found in places where two seas meet. It has been discovered that what distinguishes fresh water from salty water in estuaries is a cyclocline zone with a marked density discontinuity separating the two layers. This partition, zone of separation, has a different salinity from the fresh water and from the salt water. This information has been discovered only recently using advanced equipment to measure temperature, salinity, density, oxygen dissolubility, etc. The human eye cannot see the difference between the two seas that meet. Rather, the two seas appear to us as one homogeneous sea. Likewise, the human eye cannot see the division of water in estuaries into the three kinds, fresh water, salt water, and a partition, zone of separation.